Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Calcutta Talkies. And with it, I am Robert. And before I start my little talk today, would like to tell all our viewers that in the next episode, there's going to be a bit of grammar. And who's going to be there with us? Maitre Michel, after a pretty long time again. But today, my friends, um, I'm going to talk about something offbeat and something that is of uh, interest to all of you, and certain things, or rather certain terms that we are more familiar in Hindi or Bengali. And I would like to let everybody know, and all of you, that what is it called in English. And or rather, these items are going to be taken today from the Indian mythology or the Sanatan mythology, right? পুরাণ কাব্য থেকে কয়েকটি জিনিস নিয়ে আমি আজকে আলোচনা করব, যেগুলোর মানে আমরা ইংলিশে সেগুলোকে কি বলি তাই নিয়ে আমি একটু আলোকপাত করব তার উপরে, এবং হয়তো কোনো বাইবেলের কোনো জিনিস নিয়ে আমি হয়তো দু একটি কথা বলতে পারি. Alright, so I may, apart from talking about the Indian mythological terms, I may also refer to a few biblical terms or expressions. Alright, so it enhances our knowledge about all these great topics. Right, now when we refer to the Sanatan or the Indian mythology, automatically two things comes to our mind, that is the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. And things we come across in these, epic, certain items that are there of great interest. Firstly, something very familiar with the Indian culture or the Sanatan culture is something that we refer to in Bengali and in Hindi as Trishul. Trishul. In English, if I have to spell it, that would be Trishul. So what is a Trishul basically would be called in English? Well, firstly, let me make it clear that there are certain generic items which do not have a Mandarin or a French or a Tamil or an English, but there are many other items which do have an English. So I'm going to refer to those items. So a Trishul is basically referred to in English as a trident. Trident. Lord Shiva always carries the trident. Trident. So keep that in mind. A Trishul is a trident. Secondly, we have something called Goda. Goda bole ekti jinish ache, Bhimer Goda. So usually Bhim in the Mahabharata, one of the Pandava brothers, he is well known for carrying that item in his hand, which is called the Goda. It's a weapon. So in English, what is that called? It is called a mace. M-A-C-E. So do remember that. Goda is equal to a mace. M-A-C-E. Excuse me. A mace also is a spice. Same spelling. That is Jayatri, which is used in a lot of cooking. Right? But in this context, mace is the Goda of Bhim in the Mahabharata. Right? Then we have another very well-known object or item, that is Sudarshan Chakra, the Sudarshan Chakra in Hindi. What is it called in English? And here, one thing, my friends, as I say, don't always think that Google will give you the exact answer you're looking for, because it depends on the context. So just for the heck of it, I wanted to see what my dear Google says about it. So I put Bangla to English and I said Sudarshan Chakra. And what answer did Google give me? Handsome Chakra. So Sudarshan means handsome. So it gave me that answer. But here, in this parlance or in this context, keep in mind, it basically is a divine weapon. Sudarshan Chakra is a divine weapon that was used by Lord Vishnu. And it is basically, in English, we refer to it as a disc of auspicious vision and weaponry. It's a disc of auspicious vision, and it's a divine weapon used in warfare. All right? And it usually has 108 একশো হাত থাকে পাশ দিয়ে. Usually we say 108 serrated edges, like in a saw, করাত, কাটার করাতে যেরকম দাঁতগুলো থাকে ওরকম 108 দিয়ে আছে. There are 108. Usually you would see Lord Krishna with it, and also I think Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu, the preserver. And there we are. So that was the Sudarshan Chakra. And while talking about warfare, how can we forget the Shankho, or the shark, that is blown during the start or the end of a war those days. And nowadays also it is used during festivals and prayers. So a shark or a Shankho in English is a conch shell. Conch. Conchshell. Conch shell is a shark or a Shankho. Keep that in mind. All right. And coming a bit from the biblical stories, Bible, which of course is the English translation of the original, text, or the Nothi or the Pothi, was originally written either in Aramaic or in Hebrew language. Then of course it was translated into various languages including English, because obviously God, or the Almighty Creator, I'm sure, didn't say that no, it has to be in this language only. So I'm quite sure that God's mother tongue wasn't Hebrew. He is universal. So every language is his, he understands and would speak everything. So it was translated. The original Bible, just for your information, was referred to as or called Injil, 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 and then it was translated into many languages, and English being the most common, the easiest, and the widely spoken language from those days till now, it was given the name Bible. In the Bible, we have something called the chalice, Challice. Now, what on the earth is the chalice? Well, chalice is nothing but a elongated container, like a glass. একটি কি বলবো, পাত্র, একটু লম্বা মতন একটি পাত্র, ঠিক আছে, যেটাতে দ্রাক্ষারস সেই যুগে বা জল এসব জিনিস রাখার জন্য রাখা হতো. ওকে, and that is basically a chalice, যেখানে দ্রাক্ষারস আঙুর দিকে বানানো হয়, যেটা রাখা হয় গির্জায় উপাসনার সময় প্রসাদ হিসাবে সেটা বিতরণ করা হয়, যেটাকে ইংলিশে বলা হয় হোলি কমিউনিয়ন. So during Holy Communion, the wine is kept in a type of a goblet, which is called the chalice. All right. So it is usually given in remembrance of the Holy Communion, that is খ্রিস্টের বা Jesus Christ's last supper, খ্রিস্টের শেষ ভোজন সংক্রান্ত উৎসব যেটা হয়েছিল. So in remembrance of the last supper, right? And now, my friends, Melbandhan, certain things that we find common both in the Sanatan religion and in the spirit of Christianity. That is something called Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity. All right? Three in one. That is basically what we refer to as Povitrotito. All right? Tirthosthane tirthonoi. Trito. Tritoi boy. Anyway, Holy Trinity. So in Christianity, we believe, I believe, like I'm a Christian by faith, um, the Holy Trinity consists of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. বাংলা যেটাকে বলা হয় পিতা পুত্র ও পরমাত্মা. In the Sanatana or Hindu religion as well, we have the Holy Trinity of Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar. Right? Brahma, the creator, that is God the Father, Vishnu, the sustainer, and of course, Maheshwar or Shiv, the destroyer. So we have God the Father, who creates everything, God the Son, like Yeshua or Christ, came to preserve mankind and all things good, and of course the Holy Spirit that encompasses everything, destroys evil, everything. All right? So that is the Holy Trinity. So that was a bit of an interesting talk, I believe, on certain things that we find in the Sanatan mythology, as well as a little bit of tidbits from the biblical text. Right? And please look out for the next episode, which will be a bit on a serious note because it's going to be grammar. As I said, grammar is important. It may not be very necessary for you to be able to learn how to speak and pick up your communication skills very well, but grammar is important. And we are coming to that stage. We've been here for some months. So now I think the time is coming where we need to focus a bit on grammar also. And for that, it will be along with me, Mitu Michelle, within the next few days. Till then, take care. And before that, please do put a like and a comment on our videos. Thank you. Bye bye.